So I was reading through my comments section and this happened. This is what you guys sent to me. Shout out to everybody who pointed this out. They delayed the war event even further, which it's getting annoying now, definitely. It's getting really annoying. So this is a post by D Steve to the forums. It's called a dev workshop and it's titled and it's already October. No shit. I mean, just check your calendar down here. That's October. But yeah, so last big dev workshop was in June, so we left a long time in between these two workshops. We're planning to achieve splitting with the updates. Where are we now? What's next? What's going on? These are all the questions that he's trying to answer in this dev workshop. So he's asking me the same questions that you're asking yourself. My team have been stupidly patient as we look back at the second dream and scream, we need to repeat that. Now, at this point, you don't need to repeat that. You need to blow that out of the water by 10 times. You don't need to just repeat that. You need to blow that out of the water by 10 times because it's been 9 months, 10 months now since the second dream has been released. So it's getting a little bit tedious of a wait, Steve. So you don't just have to repeat that. You have to blow it out of the water. That's at least what I'm expecting now. And I think that's what the majority of people are expecting now because of how long you've left in between, how much you said it's going to be coming in June, it's going to be coming in September, October, and we're at that point and we still don't have it yet. So you basically straight up lied to us about the release date of the war event and you've kept on pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. You've pissed people off and now they're expecting a lot. So they're basically expecting 9 months worth of content in this update. So you have a lot to live up to this. So yeah, Warframe just makes everything we've done feel just less. Really, I'm here to lay out October for you so you can get excited about what's coming soon on PC. So if it makes everything feel like just less, okay. That's not a lot to go off of. We're still waiting for it. You really need to get it out. I'm just being completely honest. It has to come out. And anyone who says that, be patient, it's been 9 months. That be patient argument died after 3 months, in my opinion, at least. You can't just leave it that long, at least in my opinion. This week in PC, we're bringing the vacuum within. Nobody cares. I didn't care about this. Who asked for this? Nobody really asked for this. Of course, we want the universal vacuum, but it wasn't a priority over the war event. It wasn't a priority over that, at least in my opinion. I will take new content in the game that is going to keep me playing it for a little while over a stupid change like a vacuum change. I don't care about that because there's a lot of other sentinels in the game which require me not to use a vacuum, I have to actually run up to the drops and pick it up. It's a ninja game. You can run fast like that. You can pick things up. Of course, some people might look at that as a chore. I would call that person lazy. And I am the king of being lazy, so I know that. You know what I mean? It's not hard to pick things up in Warframe. So basically, the main universal vacuum, that's cool, whatever. Nobody cares, at least in my opinion. Later in October, I was kind of trying to rush that. Later in October, the Corpus version of Warframe is hitting PC. Nobody asked for this. Literally nobody asked for this. And anyone who did ask for this, please link me to that because I want to call that person stupid. Nobody really liked Warframe. At least I didn't like Warframe. So I'm going to assume that nobody liked Warframe. But Warframe wasn't a great game mode. It was cheesed to hell with Ash players and crowd control effects and things like that. It just wasn't fun. It was really easily cheesed and it was borderline terrible. Then you were forced into doing it to play, what's her name now? Kayla the Femme. You have to do that now to actually fight her. So you basically have to cheese something to kill a boss, who you're going to cheese. So, you still haven't fixed core gameplay mechanics. You haven't released War of In, but you're changing up Vacuum. You're making Warframe, which obviously people are going to cheese apart from whenever the nullifiers and the bursts get there. This isn't looking good for Digital Extremes, at least in my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to have videos up and coming this week, which are going to go into more detail on what I think needs to happen moving forward with Warframe, because this is really getting to the point now where this is ridiculous. This is unprofessional. You're saying that it's going to be out next month, then you're saying it's going to be out the month after that, then the month after that. You keep pushing it back. You keep on bringing us things which we can run through in about a day for an experienced player and a week for a non-experienced player. And it's really bad. It's really bad. Warframe is in a really bad spot right now. The player base is declining. It doesn't matter who says it isn't, because you can look at a graph. If you can read a graph, if you basically have half a brain, you can see this game is going downhill. Like if you have half a brain, come on, half a brain. Oh, you only need half, only half your brain. Come on. So then he lists what we're getting on PC this month, and it's not a lot. So the Vacuum Within this week, nobody cares. Nobody cares. On PC, you can look forward to the Index. So this is basically your corpus rifim, which again, nobody's going to care about. So on PC, you can look forward to the War Within more than a month away. More than a month away. You're kidding. This is like, it's kind of like whenever Call of Duty make a map pack for zombies, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to have 4 multiplayer maps, and we're going to have a zombies map, and then it comes up to the release of that, and they're like, oh wait, the zombies map isn't finished yet, we'll release it next month. Who would stand for that? I wouldn't stand for that. That's my £40 that I spent in that season pass. Just because the game's free doesn't give them an excuse to keep on delaying content. If they still want to stay relevant in the gaming world, they have to live up to the expectations which the community have set for them, and which they have set for themselves as well, because they're the ones saying that they're going to release it in these months. They're the ones failing to do that, okay? You can't just say, oh yeah, but they're polishing it. It doesn't matter. If you come out and you announce that you're going to release something and you don't do it, that makes you look bad. That makes you look unprofessional. And it doesn't matter what any single person in the comment section, on the forums, or anywhere says, it's bad. And then he goes on the list of things that are coming out for console as well, which I'm really glad I upgraded the PC, or else, I would be really frustrated with Warframe. I probably would have quit it a long time ago if I stayed on console. But yeah, you're only getting that tactical alert right now, which in my opinion is not content at all. Tactical alerts and events are terrible. I think tactical alerts and events take away from development time on things which could improve the game's core mechanics a lot more. I think they are a terrible thing to add in the Warframe. Some people say, oh yeah, but it creates community engagement. It can, but you know who else can do that? Content creators. Content creators can do that with the game gameplay. Take, for example, Pro Syndicate. Round 100 Kano Der Toten. He made a career out of that. He made a whole community based around Call of Duty Zombies because he got the round 100 in that. If you were to do something like that in Warframe, there you go. That's your selling point. Look at me, I got the round 100 in the T4 defense. That would be awesome, okay? But you just need to have like a personality. Something really cool needs to happen. Something like that. Of course it's not that simple, but, once the War Within is out, the crazy break apart updates to bring you content faster will be heavily analyzed to see what it achieved. It didn't achieve anything, I can tell you that right now, because it's been 9 months. 9 months. Many of our content creators appreciated us breaking things up for coverage. Personally, I thought it was a terrible idea. I hated it, but whatever. Listen to the biggest content creator who's quit now. Fine. But even that isn't enough to keep them around if the content itself didn't hit the mark. Woohoo! They acknowledged it. So there's a glimpse, an overview, a few paragraphs that explain what's going on. Here these days. Doesn't do the team's passion justice, but giving you all information is the best way for us to work together. We'll talk more on the dev stream Friday, everyone. Thanks, Steve. I'm going to be patiently awaiting this dev stream because I really care for Warframe. It's the reason that my YouTube channel is as big as it is. I know I'm kind of stuttering a lot in this video because I don't usually record it this time. Plus, I have a really bad headache. But besides the point, Quite Shy made a tweet not that long ago, and it was basically along the lines of, if Warframe was a piece of shit game, no one would be bitching about it. No one would be bitching about the lack of content or anything like that. Warframe isn't a piece of shit game. Warframe is an amazing game. It has so much potential, but that potential is not being squandered by idiots in the community and the developers. That's just completely plain and simple. And like I said, I want to have, I don't know how many videos this week going over what I feel needs to happen within this community for it to progress and only go in a positive direction. Now, for those of you who've been on my channel for a long ass time, you guys know that I'm serious whenever I speak like this. You guys really know that I really care about this game and I really want it to go in a positive direction. And whenever I say that I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it in terms of uploading content which regards Warframe and the, basically direction that's going in. Because whenever it comes to talking to my community, I'm probably the number one. Because I literally sit in my Discord with my community. They literally have memes made around me. It's pretty damn crazy, which, obviously if you're not in the Discord, you don't know the memes, or if you're not in the Twitch stream, but if you're involved in any of that, you guys know how in tap we really are with the community. But it's really sad to see Warframe going downhill, and in turn, that's making my community going downhill as well, or go downhill. So yeah, basically none of my clan are active anymore, and it sucks, and it's all because Warframe are listening to the wrong people. It's plain and simple. They're just not doing the right things, and that's why we need someone to say this needs to happen, but nobody does it. Megamu's gone. Taco Potato won't do it because that's not the type of guy he is, and trust me, I've spoke to him. He's not that type of person. Maybe a Get Guy Plays won't do it. Maybe Jet won't do it. I mean, who else is there? You know what I mean? There has to be someone who says, look, this isn't okay. This is what you really have to do. And you have to show the support whenever it comes to that. So what I want you guys to do, if you're this far into the video, leave a like in this video, share it, tweet it out, do all that good stuff, because I really want to get Warframe to where it was whenever I was playing it in its prime. Because right now, it's going downhill, and I really hate to see this game die. And I'm sure a bunch of other content creators who I know are listening to this really agree with me, and they really know what the game needs. They know what the game needs, but no one is going to say anything which is slander DE, simply because they don't want to lose that precious Warframe sponsorship. But now is the time to put our foot down and actually say, look, we need to put this shit in order, and it's not going to be some dumbass who hasn't got any clue about what's going on in the game. So, Digital Extremes, if you're listening to this, fuck the forums. Don't listen to anyone in the forums. Listen to the content creators, and we're going to help you out. Because, contrary to belief, the developers don't actually listen to content creators. Content creators don't actually lick their ass as much as people let on to. And yeah, but like I said, I'm going to have videos up and coming covering all the topics. But guys, let's actually change this community. Let's actually make things go in a positive direction. And let's make this game great again. Hashtag make Warframe great again. Go retweet this video, like it, post it down in the comment section below, do your good things, get hashtag make Warframe great again trending on Twitter, tweet it at Steve, Rebecca, play Warframe, me, and everyone else, and hope to see you guys all doing that in the community. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button below, and you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.